Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets Forex wrap update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video, we're just going to go through how the markets have played out for the week. We've just had NFP numbers an hour or so ago, so we waited for the market to die down before just seeing where the market was ending up for the week. So, a couple of different things that I want to do. So, first things first, looking at euro dollar, we moved our stops to break even. The market's come back and it's just finding a little bit of support before heading towards our level. So what I'm going to do is just come and close this position down. We ended up making 73 pips out of that move. Nice move down, so it's a good little move there. Dollar Swiss, price seems to be coming back now, so again, was hoping that would push up with NFP, but it looks like it's coming back on us a little bit. So again, just to close out for the week ahead in there. So we'll close that out for 100, 15 to 16 pips there. We did get stopped out on Aussie Yen, unfortunately, for 60 pips. So that was a little bit unfortunate. So it's been a bit of a mixed week. Bitcoin hasn't come back and triggered. So again, I'm just going to close this down. I know this market moves over the weekend, but I'm going to delete that buy limit because I don't see price coming back and retesting that anytime soon. We may revisit that on the weekend, okay? So just leaving that there like that. What else has happened? So Aussie started to find a bit of support. We spoke about this as well in the week, the fact that we broke through this trend line. It looked to be bearish this week, which it has, but now price has come into this area here. What I'm expecting is the market to bounce, head back towards this resistance level up here, and then reject again. The reason I'm expecting that is because I expect the US dollar to continue to gain value. The NFP numbers weren't that great, but doesn't mean that it's not going to strengthen further. We're just seeing a bit of a profit taking from this week as the market started to produce a little bit of bullish price action. But this is what I expect to happen. The market to come up, find some resistance, and then continue to play out to the downside. Same with Kiwi, really. Kiwi's not really finding much support here at the moment. It's still a little bit downplayed. Weekly's finishing bearish again. Are we going to see that bearish continuation into next week? We possibly could. Obviously, everything's still pretty much uptrend on the mid to higher time frames. So we're looking for a little bit of a move lower going into next week. So we may expect that, again, the daily chart may be bouncing up a little bit higher into some key resistance, and then we may look for a daily lower high to get on the back of that continued move through there. Euro dollar, obviously we've spoke about it. We took profits. If you took profits earlier, then great. You can hold the trade if you want to. I'm just not holding it just in case of any news coming out on the weekend, especially with the tensions between the US and Iran. Still bubbling at the moment. I don't want to put any pressure on any trades there, so that's why I'm closing these trades out. I would have happily left them, in a normal condition, but at the moment it's just not normal conditions. So always good to just bank some profit on the way. Kiwi yen. Yen charts was something we watched this week. Unfortunately, we came out with a small loss here on Aussie Yen. The market's just pulling back, and again, this might just pull back into an area of resistance before moving lower. So if I just get rid of that, may just see it pop up into sort of around the 75-70 area before seeing a lower high, and then if that risk off sentiment comes in, we could expect some downside to come. Gold staying below 1556. If we look at the weekly time frame, forming this really big bearish pin candle, is that going to continue? We've got to have a little look. The daily price action looks a bit bullish to me rather than bearish, but I have to wait and see what happens if we do start seeing a little bit of risk off pressure. Then we could see gold rally once again. So keep your eye on that. But there's not been much movement going on this week. Euro dollar was probably the best move we had. Aussie obviously gaining a little bit of strength at the moment. It's interesting to see. So may have an opportunity to look for a short-term buy back into these lows around about that 6,940 area. So, you know, if we do get a pullback, then we could look for a short-term buy opportunity into that level going into next week. So, hope you enjoyed this video update. It's only a small one, but if you did like it, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you next week.